Hey, what's up, everybody? Nick Push here. I got another fun and cool and possibly interesting ranking video involving the Halloween franchise today. But first, I just want to take a moment because I've gotten a lot of new subscribers the past few weeks. And I just want to say thank you if you're a subscriber. Whether you're a new subscriber or you're someone that's been subscribed all the way from the beginning, I really appreciate your guys' support. And if you're new to the channel, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button below too and join the awesome club we got going on here. So that being said, one thing you guys know about me is, or you should know by now, is I'm not really a rambler. Sometimes I wish I was, even though I'm rambling right now. But I kind of just like to get straight to the point. That's my personality. It's who I am, for better or worse. So that being said, as I ramble, today's video is about which Halloween movies I think are the absolute scariest, and I'm going to rank them from Halloween 2018 all the way down to the OG Halloween. So which one do I think is the scariest? Stick around and find out. So, scariest Halloween movies. This was interesting to think about. Look, I've obviously seen all of these movies more times than I can count at this point. So, none of these movies scare me right now when I watch them. However, when I was younger growing up, I was scared of these movies, believe it or not. Some of them had some scenes that I was terrified, and I might not have had nightmares every night, but I was sitting in bed, scared of Michael Myers. So that's kind of what I'm going to rank these on. Which ones I have thought are the most scariest, since I saw them. So basically, when I was growing up, which ones scared me the most? Obviously, there's been some newer ones where I've been a little older, so that could affect the rankings a little bit. But you'll see where I'm at. So we're excluding Rob Zombie movies as usual. So there's 9 of them to rank. So let's get right into it. Number 9, the least scary Halloween movie in my opinion is Halloween H2O. There is almost nothing about this movie that's scary. I feel like they didn't even try to make it scary. The California setting didn't help. Chris Durand as the Shape didn't help. Lots of factors didn't help. But I wasn't scared at all of this movie. I'm not a fan of this movie. I think it's better than some of the other movies in the franchise. Maybe better made, better quality as a movie overall. But as far as scares go, 0. 0, 0, 0. So that's at number 9 for me. Coming in at number 8, we're going from a movie I hate, H2O, to a movie I love, but it's not scary. At least it's not really scary. And that's going to be Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Look, I just watched this movie last night, and like I said, I love this movie. It's got some genuinely, oh, I can't talk, guys, sorry. Genuinely, why can I not say that word? I'm just going to keep going. But it's got some scenes that are just eerie and creepy, but nothing's really scary. They try a little bit, with a lot of the stinger sounds when you see one of the Silver Shamrock people. But for the most part, that didn't really work as a scare. But it's got a lot of unnerving scenes. I just won't call it scary. So that is number 8 on my list. Coming in number 7 is going to be Halloween Resurrection. Look, this is obviously a bad movie, but I think it's got some more scares than H2O and Halloween 3 at least. There's some scenes in the Myers house, especially when they're in kind of, I guess, the basement you would call it. It looks like a fucking sewer. Where, there's some scary moments. Is the whole movie scary? No. But I think it's a little more scary than the other 2 I listed. So it's going to be at number 7 for me. Coming in at number 6 is going to be the most recent installment to the franchise, Halloween 2018. One of my biggest gripes with this movie was lack of suspense. I know you guys have said that too, or most of you have said that too and agreed with me. So yeah, Not really much scares in this movie at all. No suspense, no stalking, or very limited stalking, I should say. I didn't find it scary. I mean, there's a couple of scenes, where, for instance, when Laurie's upstairs and she's got the mannequins and, you're just kind of waiting for the inevitable jump scare. Some of that is a little bit tense, but other than that, not really that scary. All right, number 5 is going to be Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Doesn't matter which cuts. It's kind of smack dab in the middle for me. They did a lot of things right, like having some genuinely creepy scenes at Smith's Grove. There's some good scenes where Michael's standing across the street. There's a scene with Beth, I think her name is, when Kara is looking through the camera or telescope or whatever the hell it is that Tommy has, and she sees the shape behind Beth. And then when Beth's boyfriend, is that Tim Strode, is in the shower, there's some scary scenes, where Michael hands him the towel. Scary, relative, but it's kind of smack dab in the middle for me, so I have it at number 5. All right, coming in at number 4. Whoa, you guys were waiting for this to be at the bottom, huh? Halloween 5. I think it does a little bit better job than the movies I listed as far as scares go. Now, that could be because he's going after a young child and Jamie's vulnerable and mute. The shit with Rachel at the beginning when he's in the house and stuff, totally fucking missed the mark. That wasn't scary at all. That was dumb. Like when he, ducks below or ducks after coming out of the closet, not scary at all. So that didn't hit the mark for me. But some of the scenes at the Myers house and the Tower Farm, in the barn, for instance, but the barn is the main reason that this movie kind of leaps above the other ones that I listed. So it's at number 4. Coming in at number 3. We are down to my favorite 3 Halloween movies. What a coincidence. Coming in at number 3 is going to be Halloween 4. For me, this movie, it scared me as a child, and mainly because of the scenes at Meeker's house. There's some great moments, where he's in the background. Some classic shape moments that genuinely, I still can't say that word, Jesus, that are creepy. I'm going to practice that word, by the way, and I'm going to say it like 100 times tonight and come back next video and I'm going to nail it. But I'm done saying it this video. But anyway, so there's some scenes in Meeker's house that are really scary. Once again, you have him going after a child. Jamie's wandering around the house upstairs. That's a little scary. There's just scary scenes overall in Meeker's house. And then in the school, when he kind of disappears, and, the rooftop scene's more suspenseful. I wouldn't call it scary. But overall, I think it did a better job than the movies I've already listed. So it's at number 3. All right. If you're keeping score at home, that leaves us with the OG and Halloween 2, 1981. So obviously, number 2 is going to be the OG, 1978 Halloween. What? Nick, we're crazy. I'll get into why in a minute when I get to Halloween 2. But let's just talk about this movie just briefly, because I know I never talk about this movie. Just kidding. But yeah, scary to me. It's Michael standing across the street at looking from the Doyle house over to the Wallace house. Scary. Behind Annie, when Annie's in the kitchen or in the laundry room, some of the scariest shit you've ever seen. When Laurie's walking through the Wallace house, looking for her friends before she finds their bodies, it's scary as fuck. I'm not scared of it now, like I said, but it's scary the first time you see it or when you're a child seeing it. So that's why it's so high on the list. I don't need to get into why. I don't need to go into other scenes or anything like that. It's awesome. This is not a knock on this movie that it's number 2. But coming in at number 1, and if you guys haven't unsubscribed yet, if you're still watching after I ranked the OG 2, coming in at number 1 is going to be Halloween 2, 1981. And for me, this movie scared me the most as a child just because of the setting of the hospital. And for the fact that the whole movie takes place at night. There's no daytime scenes, which affected me a lot as a child because, as a kid, you're scared of the dark. And then Michael in the hospital, Michael could be around any fucking corner. You look at a hallway, there's rooms everywhere, Michael could be in any one of those rooms. So that scared the shit out of me. When you see him, emerging from the darkness in Mixter's office, scary as hell. When Laurie's pounding on the door and Michael comes by that red light, scary as hell. Just the setting of the hospital alone scared the shit out of me as a child, so much that my nostalgia has this as the scariest Halloween movie, in my opinion. So, I'm ready for the hate. I'm ready, guys. Let me know which movies are the scariest in your opinion, or the scariest the first time you watch it, or the scariest when you were a kid. You know, that's kind of the ranking that I was going by. So let me know your thoughts, and thanks as always for watching, guys.